Grace and peace. If you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you like the words that's coming out of my mouth, if you like this content, please like, subscribe, share. Become part of the Talk to Me Spirit family. What it do, fam? What's up? Can your homegirl get some love? Thank you, because you are the OGs. Thank you for being here from day one. For those you know, you know. I've already said for my team, I'm the voice of the voiceless. Talk to me, Spirit. Let's give them something to talk about. Yahweh Shava. So, I want to say happy belated Father's Day to those that are fathers, stepfathers, furry animal fathers, also the fathers that's resting with the ancestors. I just want to honor you and venerate you on this day. I know it was yesterday, but every day is every day. Every day we should honor you, all right? Especially the ones stepping up to those that's not doing their job. So my hats go off to you, all right? Let's get into the message. A lot of y'all really going through it. Like I said, cardinal signs, you know, I know you keep hearing this, but everybody's going through it. This is the second Exodus. A lot of y'all being prepared because it's battle time. So once again, as y'all know, at the end of the story, you know, the bad guy always loses. They're not going to win. The good guy always wins. Y'all being prepared. Y'all can feel the heaviness in the air. Some of y'all are emotionally drained. Some of y'all mentally drained because everybody's going through it. And everybody want to know the reason why. Sometimes we don't know the reason why. We just have to go with the flow. Sometimes it's not meant for us to know because we'll jump the track. We'll overreact. Sometimes they don't tell us everything because they know how we're going to react. So they just let us go with it. So just go with the flow and embrace it. I send everybody love and light at this time. Everybody's going through it, okay? Try to keep your head above the water, all right? If you know someone that can lend them their ear, then reach out. Only if you know they will lend you the ear and they will listen without judgment. Just hold on. Sometimes they don't want us to know everything because we counter-react. We jump the track. What do I mean by that? If someone say, Billy Bob is getting ready to come, you're going to meet this guy named Billy Bob. He's going to have on a red hat, a trench coat, and some Chuck Taylors on. There you go. Looking for everybody that got that, I don't know him. You see how you overreact? So if they just say you're going to meet somebody, but they don't give you a certain time, certain date, or if they don't tell you at all, and it just, you at the right place at the right time, and you just let it flow. This is what I'm talking about, okay? Sometimes you just need to be still. This is the season to be still right now. Move in silence. Don't reveal nothing. Just keep still. You are in the storm, and the storm is going to pass. All right? I don't know who that's for. Let's get some wisdom. It could be for me, so it's for everybody. Let's get some words of wisdom from the ancestors. At the bottom, we have the 7 of clubs. The 7 of clubs is like the 7 of sticks, the 7 of wands, okay? To suffer does not mean to die. Like I said, y'all going through an exhaustion. Y'all fighting all the time. Y'all fighting in the physical realm. Y'all fighting in the spiritual realm. You are mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually exhausted. This is a time where you just need to let God do what he do. Your spiritual team do what he do. Let go and let God. When you get somebody over to the authorities, you let go of it like, you know, I'm going to let them handle it because that's their expertise. It goes the same way. To suffer does not mean to die. You're not being punished. You're learning. These are your tests and trials to make you stronger. You always hear me say, when you're weak, you're strong. And some of y'all are mentally tired. All right, then we have the Queen of Clubs. A jewel does not lose its value due to lack of admiration. Let me say that again to the people in the nosebleed section. A jewel, which is you, because you're that rare diamond, that rare pink diamond, chocolate diamond, blue diamond, whatever color diamond you want to be, does not lose its value because don't nobody stop by and see how beautiful you are, or nobody asks you what's your worth, or no one wants to buy you due to lack of admiration. You're hidden. You're not meant to be exposed to everybody. When you're ready, when you're ready, he saved the best for last. That's when he's going to bring you out. And you're going to shine like that diamond. Everybody cannot afford you. And what do greedy people do when they can't afford something? They do that 5-finger discounts. Just because you're not being seen, not being heard, does not mean you lost your value, baby. That raises your value because the right people are going to come. All right? Then we have Okan. He who learns teaches. You have to go through this. Like I said, you're not suffering. You're being prepared to help those that's going through what you're going through. That's why they memory stones. Okay? You was always a student. Everybody always a student, always going to be a student. But once the student's ready, this is when the teacher appears for you to teach. But you can say, I went through that. I kept my head above the water. I had to do this. I had to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do it. So you know what? I just stopped worrying about it. And that's when it happens, okay? He who learns teaches, all right? Then we have misuse. If you kill time, you bury opportunity. If you kill time, you bury opportunity. Time does not have no value. It does not exist. 2 seconds from now does not exist. 1 second from now. The future does not exist. They want you to focus on the present. You have a lot to do in this present moment. And before you know it, you will already went through to what you have to get in the future. Stop misusing valuable time. You cannot get it back. So appreciate, love this time that you have now. Okay? Then you have Page. A snake that you see does not bite. A snake that you can see does not bite unless you provoke it. Unless you provoke it. Stop messing with snakes. You see a snake, why go over there? You know that snake is not trustworthy. That snake is going to bite you. Everything is not your business. Every assignment is not your assignment. Sometimes Spirit said, mind your own business. Just because you see it, if Spirit didn't tell you to speak upon it, or Spirit didn't tell you to deliver that message, sometimes God don't want you to deliver every message that he gives you. Every time you channeling and Spirit talk to you, you need to ask inside your head, should I? No, you know why? Because that person's going to overreact. Some things ain't meant to see. That's why I said, a snake that you can see does not bite. Then we have fear. Until the old moon disappears completely, the new moon cannot come. Everybody want to say, I am changing, I am changing. But a lot of y'all fear change because y'all like comfortability. Y'all like codependency. The whole new you, your whole new chapter cannot appear until you face the old you, till you face those triggers, till you face your shadow self. Okay? Because what you going through, that person's spiritual team is not going to let you dump that on them. That's not fair to them because they doing what they supposed to do. You need to do what you're supposed to do. You're going to face everything and run or face everything and rise. The person that I know, y'all rise above anything because y'all warriors. Y'all don't die. Okay? Y'all multiply. All right? I.e., unity is the real thing. Unity is the real thing. People are loyal when you're loyal to yourself. When you face everything and you rise, you are that phoenix rising because you are that phenomenal man, that phenomenal woman. When you rise to the top, when you stop lowering your price tags, when you start walking like that pride peacock, that's when the unity is going to come. Because y'all on the same vibration. Okay? They waiting on you. All right? Heal. A wise person does not fall down on the same hill twice. You learn from your mistakes. So if you get bit by a snake, that snake you're not gonna fear the snake. You every time you see a snake, like, I'm cool. When a dog run after you, chase you, like, I'm cool. When you see a dog, you learn to handle it differently. So if you in a toxic relationship, you learn to look for the signs, okay? Can't nobody take nothing from you unless you allow it. You don't have to answer that phone call. You don't have to answer that text unless Spirit says it, or unless it's a life and death situation. Sometimes you, the one, is doing it. Once again, when you bury something and you lay it to rest and you shut that door, stop going to that graveyard and expecting a resurrection of something that you lay dormant, because you're going to wind up digging a bigger ditch and you're going to fall in. A wise person does not fall down on the same hill twice. You learn from your mistakes. Sometimes y'all need to start taking advice from little kids, little babies. They fall down, they get up. They do something, they think the next time they do it. Like when a cat go patty pat pat, that child go like this, and a child like, I don't know if I want that patty pat pat. Or when them little puppies nibble and the baby cry, it makes them think. All right? You're not going to keep taking the same mistakes because you're tired. You're really tired. Eventually, you're going to get tired of doing the same mistakes. You're going to get tired of being a repeat offender. Okay? Some people go to jail, go to prison, and they ain't been back since they learned their lesson. They be like, nah, that ain't for me. And then some people, they die in there because they just can't get right. All right? Let's get a message from the higher self. What is the message from the higher self for them, Spirit? Your shadows aren't just hiding the light right now. That's why you don't, what it say? You learn from your mistakes. You don't fall down the same hill twice. Okay? You face your fears. You do your shadow work. You say, I ain't no punk. You know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk. I got this. All right? Your shadows are just hiding the light right now. You're blocking your own way. For some of y'all. Sometimes you can't expect everybody to solve problems for you, because their spiritual team and God is not going to let them. They're going to say no. They have to learn their own lesson. They keep being dependent on you. No. So sometimes Spirit won't speak to the person you asking for, because you have to go through this yourself. All right? Oh, glory. We have attraction. For some of y'all, y'all are in y'all Empress stage, y'all attraction stage. This attracts, if you're wearing black and you wearing white, you're attracting lint. On white, you can see it, the dirt more than you can on the black. On lint, on the lint, you can see it more on the black than you can on the white. The point is, you're attracting, you attract good and bad. All right? Spirit is saying, connect to nature. A lot of y'all, the nature is really talking to shift. Okay, the shift is in the air. Things, you know, war. We get ready to go into World War III. Okay, right now, Israel and Saudi, or whatever it is, Gaza, they battling it out. And, you know, that's going to have a mass destruction. Nature's taking a hit. So y'all feeling everything. All right, y'all need to connect to the trees. Ask the trees to heal you. Ask the trees to speak to you. Okay? Meditation is where you're going to find your peace. Meditation is how you're going to find some of your answers. You're going to have to learn discipline. You just cannot sit there for like 3 or 2 minutes and expect to get an answer. You have to seek and ye shall find. Okay? A lot of y'all don't be tempted with persuasion. People's like, well, I can do you this, and I can do this, and I can do this for you. Everybody does not need to have access to you. Stop going to everybody. Seek your team and ask if this person the right form for me. Because some of y'all being blocked. Some of y'all getting stuff taken from y'all. Some of y'all getting stuff put on y'all because y'all quick. Because one person don't tell y'all what y'all want to hear, because y'all not ready for the truth, y'all jump and go to somebody that tell you lies, okay? And you pay for them lies, okay? And then you wind up in a big old mess, all right? Once again, a true diviner will never come to you. Spirit sends you to a true diviner, all right? Let's get into the message. Stop seeking for stuff you're not ready for. Sometimes, like I said, you need to mind your business and just wait. Focus on the present moment. Remember, you're not the only one that's going through it. There's people worse than you, and there's people that's not worse than you. You're not by yourself. Everybody on this God-given earth is going through something right now. All right? Spirit, what are the messages? Lady Luck is on your side if you let Lady Luck do what it do. Stop trying to control the Lady Luck. All right? Everybody, Spirit has said for some of y'all, y'all have a divine language. Those that speak the spiritual language, that's a gift God gives to not everybody. Everybody does not have that spiritual language. If you have that spiritual language, that is your language between you and God. You need to start speaking in that spiritual language to you and God, okay? Because you're going to start seeing beyond. Like I said, a lot of y'all need to meditate. When y'all meditate, you will see if you give it time, okay? Some of y'all are so impatient. This is where Spirit is teaching y'all patience. That's why things ain't falling like y'all want it to fall, because there is a lesson in everything. And sometimes it's a lesson we don't like, and sometimes it's a blessing. All right? You are divinely protected. You have the keys around your neck. Stop giving those keys to everybody, because everybody don't need to have access to you. Okay? You have liminal space. You have a sacred space. Stop letting everybody enter into your space, bogarting your space. All right? You need to start setting boundaries. Okay? That door is open for you, and it's not meant for everybody to follow behind it. Okay? Let's see what else. But I'm hearing y'all need to pray in y'all spiritual language for those who have it. God didn't give everybody that gift. All right? For some of y'all, y'all got a light language that y'all connected to the star seeds. You need to start speaking in that light language. Once again, everyone is not blessed with that gift. Okay, that's a rare gift. Why is the divine language here? Spirit, for those that have the language. Why is the divine language here for those who have it? You calling in love. You calling in. The Spirit is speaking for you. All right? Hope is going straight to the source, going straight to the universe. You're connected to the universe, and your love begins. This is where your cup runneth over, because when you speak in your divine language, your spiritual language, your godly language, the enemy, the demons, the negative spirits, they do not understand that language. That's a language between you and God, you and source. For some of y'all, y'all got blessings coming in. Jehovah, Yahweh Shabbat. This is what I'm hearing. All right, Jehovah Shabbat, call him by his name. This is what I'm saying. He knows everything. There's nothing that does not get past him. All right, so you need to speak in your divine language. That is your protection. Why is the see beyond here? It's because your throat chakra is getting ready to open up. Okay, your third eye, you're going to start seeing, and it's going to speak. Some of y'all going to start channeling. It's like it's going to start overflowing, and you ain't going to know how to control it. Okay, why is the protected here? The protected is here because you need to stand your ground. You're protected. Do not fear a person that can kill your body. You fear the one that can kill your body and your soul. You are protected. More is required when you take the less road. There's a difference between a chosen and a divine. The chosen, more is required. You are protected. Stand your ground because you are the voice of the voiceless. You need to start seeing beyond what this physical eye. You need to start seeing in the spiritual realm. You need to start speaking that language. All right? Why it's the liminal space. A lot of y'all going through death and rebirth so you can get your material harvest. Okay, Lady Luck is on your side. You have straight aces, baby, in your hand. Okay, if you got straight aces and you playing the game, you're not going to let anybody, you got all aces. Okay, material harvest, death and rebirth. This is a time where you need to be silenced because the enemy's restless. The enemy knows its job is almost up. It's ending. So it's trying to take everybody out. So they would tempt you with the finest thing to get you on their side. Because once they get you on the side, they're going to say, sucker, I got you. This is a time where you are being tested. Tested. You know, doors are opening up. Watch the doors opening up. God is opening doors no man can shut. And if God shut a door, can't no man open it. I don't care how powerful spiritualist you are. Why is this door open to open doors? Prosperity begins. Base chakra. Learning to sit with your foundation. Learning. So you can be that teacher. Meditating. Seeing beyond. Lady Luck is on your side. I send you peace, love, and light. Ashe.